what is it that really separates a good manager from a truly great leader? It's a huge question, and one that a lot of us wrestle with. Well, today, we're going to dive into a fantastic little book by Ken Blanchard and Mark Miller called The Secret to try and find the answer. It's all about one core idea that just might change how you think about leadership forever. How can leadership be this hard? I mean, this is the question, right? It's that feeling of frustration, maybe even desperation, when you're giving it your all, but things just are not working. I think we've all been there. And it's the exact question a young executive in this story is asking herself. So let's meet her. Her name is Debbie Brewster, and she is sharp, she's ambitious, and about a year ago, she landed what she thought was her absolute dream job as a director. I mean, she was on the fast track, everything was looking up, but, well, that dream pretty quickly turned into a total nightmare. And this is where things get really high stakes. Think about it. Debbie went from being the star employee who everybody loved to a manager who's just drowning. All that confidence she had, gone. And it's been replaced by this gnawing fear that she's not just gonna fail, she might actually get fired. Okay, so feelings are one thing, but you know what doesn't lie? The data. To get a real grip on what was happening, Debbie did something really smart. She decided to step back and just look at the cold, hard numbers for her team. And what she found was not good. Wow. Okay, just look at this for a second. The numbers are absolutely brutal. It's not one thing going wrong, it's everything. Her team is dead last out of 7 regions in feedback from the sales team and in customer satisfaction. Profits are in the tank. But then look at the people part of it. Employee satisfaction plummeted. And get this, she lost 4 out of 10 team members. That's a 40% turnover rate in a year. The numbers were just staring her in the face. So you have to ask, right? How did it all fall apart so quickly? I mean, a total collapse like this doesn't just happen by accident. It's the result of choices, of actions, or inactions. So Debbie started mapping out the key moments from her disastrous first year. And you can see the train wreck happening in slow motion. The problem started almost right away. Just 2 weeks in, she's already fighting with her team about new changes. A few months later, boom, they lose a huge client. So what's her response? In January, she gives them an ultimatum: step up or step out. And by May, she's so laser-focused on results that she cancels all team meetings. She thought she was being a strong, decisive leader, but what she was really doing was just isolating herself and tearing her team apart. Staring at this timeline, Debbie gets this horrible, sinking feeling. She realizes she can't just blame the economy or a difficult team. She might be the problem. And that thought is terrifying, but it's also the breakthrough. It sends her on this desperate hunt for help, which leads her to a mentorship program. This is the question she needs answered. It's the whole point of the story. What is that one big secret? That one thing that the best leaders know and do that separates them from the ones who, well, end up like her, flaming out? And there it is. Her new mentor gives her the answer. And it is so simple, it's almost confusing. Great leaders serve. It's not about being in charge. It's not about being the boss or having all the answers. The secret is service. Now, I know what you might be thinking, because Debbie thought it too. Serve? That sounds passive, kind of weak even. How can you be a leader if your job is to serve? But here's the key. This is not just some nice, fluffy saying. It's a really powerful, active way of leading, and there's a whole framework to back it up. So this is where the rubber meets the road. The book breaks down this huge idea of serving into a simple acronym: SERVE. This takes it from just a concept and turns it into a real model for action, a guide you can actually use day in and day out. Think of the SERVE model as the how-to manual. It's the collection of behaviors and mindsets that take the idea of serving and make it a real, practical, results-driven leadership strategy. It's the secret sauce. So as you start to adopt this mindset, a few things really start to click. You learn why great leaders are always thinking about the future, not just today's crisis. You truly understand that your success lives or dies with your team. It's all about constantly getting better, about redefining what success even looks like, and maybe most importantly, about building or destroying your own credibility as a leader. Okay, so let's flip this around now and make it a bit more personal. Because the real power of the story isn't just about Debbie, it's about making us look in the mirror at our own style. So are you leading to be served? Are you leading to serve? I love this comparison. It's so clear. Debbie started out as a firefighter, right? She was the hero, jumping in to do her team's work for them, solving all their problems. But a serving leader, they don't do the work. They develop their people. They don't solve the problems. They coach the team to solve their own problems. It is a huge fundamental shift from being in charge of people to being responsible for them. Ultimately, it all boils down to flipping one simple question on its head. Most managers are constantly, consciously or not, asking, what am I getting from my team? But a serving leader asks the complete opposite. What is my team getting from me? How can I set them up to win? And that brings us to the final, really challenging question. And this isn't just for managers or CEOs. It's for everyone. In your job, in your family, in your community. If you want to lead, if you want to have an impact, who are you truly there to serve? What you do with that answer? Well, that's the secret.
Please do subscribe.